Do you think groupies are still relevant? Like the term groupie, the concept of, oh, she's a groupie, and that having an opinion attached to it?
In the context of this movie, yes, I think it could work. I mean, I wouldn't say that groupies are a thing for like people, though I don't know. I didn't see that Weekend movie that came out last year. Maybe that was about groupies.
Wait, the Weeknd did a movie? Wait, is this like different from his TV show?
Yes, he did a movie with Jenna Ortega and Barry Keoghan.
Oh, okay. I'm happy to have completely missed that one. Oh boy, I bet that's really chapping the Weeknd's ass that his marketing didn't hit me.
And I know I'm old. Let me just correct it now before you start writing in. Jenna Ortega, not Jenny. I say that all the time. It's one of my old man things that I can't, for some reason, get my head around. It's Jenna Ortega.
I think, honestly, it'd be good for our numbers if we get on the wrong side of a pop star's fan base to get those hate listens.
But to be more specific about what you're saying and bringing folks into this idea that there's nothing here, and it's hard to give you an example of something that doesn't exist, but here's how I'll try to, like, orient us for the lack of something, which is the idea of groupies, I think, works if you are rooting this in the generational experience.
Yes.
And what's confusing is that this is in 2002. You're talking about groupies from the late 60s and early 70s, and it's playing to audiences at the time would have been Gen X, would have been the big 18 to 35 audience at the time. And so it's like you're playing on opposite sides of the main audience that's in theaters. You're not opening a 4-quadrant thing and marketing it toward boomers, which I think if this was made today and you had your 80 for Brady version of this, you would know much more who you're catering to and be able to write the jokes for that. But I think because it doesn't touch the generational thing at all, really, except for just having to deal with the most annoying daughters that have ever existed.
I mean, there's competition for poorly written teenage girl characters in movies, but yeah, these two are up there.
There's no, like, as you're saying, things have changed, or I left when, the era ended and it was shifting into something else that I wasn't into, or giving some sort of explanation of, like, Susan Sarandon wanting to go adult and Goldie Hawn not wanting to adult.
I think that just in terms of the way that Susan Sarandon's teenage daughters in this movie react when they learn that she was a groupie, they're like kind of shocked and outraged, like, "Mom, you were a groupie? What?" And I just like being roughly in that general age group of the two daughters when this movie came out. I mean, I was a few years younger, but like, I don't know, me growing up in the 90s, like, the concept of a groupie or what that was or that meaning anything, it just, like, I don't know. It was like, yeah, there are people who really, like, women who really liked a band and had sex with the band members. Okay, yeah, whatever. Like, there's just not a thing. It doesn't mean anything. And the way that our kids react to it, it's like this concept of being a groupie is, like, shocking or gross or weird to them or something. And it's just like, I don't understand what they're bringing to this. I don't understand. Probably it was different in 2002, but I feel like the concept of being a groupie was more relevant in, like, 1993 when the guy wrote this, probably.
Well, I think the daughters are probably like, Goldie Hawn, we saw your daughter play a groupie 2 years ago. You're telling us our mom is like your daughter in Almost Famous?
Well, are you sure that they saw that movie? Because it was only Almost Famous. Maybe it wasn't famous enough for them to have seen the whole thing. These daughters also don't strike me as the sort of people who are like, oh, a Cameron Crowe movie? I'm going to run right out to the theaters and see that.
Well, okay, maybe that explains something here. I mean, this movie feels like it maybe started as a high-concept American Pie chasing R-rated comedy and ended up being like a fucking Cameron Crowe Almost Famous Noah Baumbach movie.
Yeah.
But never, like, it never shed the high concept tone, but it ushered in the more dramedy content. Subscribe to Movie Memory Machine for new forgotten movies every other Friday, available wherever you listen to podcasts.